Take a load off on my private.
Hello, motherfuckers. This is a story time. This is gonna be a quick story time. Kind of like an in the middle story time while I'm getting my next hot story time together. But this is a story time where my managers, I think they were cousins, stole out the register, and I got fired for it. Okay, so we're gonna take it back to I think it was like 2005 or 2006. Okay, hold on, y'all. I gotta take this. Somebody coming to my door. Hold on. Okay, I'm back, y'all. Hold on. All right, so yeah, my manager's cousin stole out the till, and I got fired for it. And it was pretty obvious that she did it, and I just kind of got squared out and fired for it. So this is back in 2006, and I was working at a beauty salon / beauty supply store. It was a chain called dang, why I can't remember the name, but it was two different locations at two different malls that I worked at, and I was kind of like back and forth between these malls at opposite sides of town, working at this salon / beauty supply store where it had salon products. It wasn't that like ghetto shit at the beauty supply store like Ruby Red or whatever. This was like a salon and a salon's products store. So when I got there, this particular manager wasn't there yet. The manager that was there left, and this particular broad was hired. And she also stole out of my till too. So, and I didn't get fired for that, but I'm gonna tell y'all about that now. So that's the first incident that happened. It was a Sunday, and you know how Sunday when you do retail, cash can be short because the banks are not no, this was Saturday. I don't know what day it was. It was on a weekend. Anyway, something happened, and I was volunteered to go to the bank. It was this new manager and me in the store. Okay, so I left her in that store alone while I was signed into the register, the one register in the store. So, my shift ended before her. The day went on, my shift ended before hers. And so I'm counting my till out, and I'm like, why is my till short? And while I was gone, she said she didn't make any sales. So why was she in the register? Like, I don't know. But my till was short that day. And I was like, almost convinced myself that I made the mistake, but I never make the mistake. A cash register is like a ginormous calculator. You type in the register what you putting in, and it'll recalculate what you need to take out. It's simple math there, but I was like, whatever. So time is passing, and she hires 2 people, and they were in her family. She didn't say that, but it came out later that these 2 people were in her family. She hired one as an assistant manager and one as a regular employee, like I was, like the stylist / sales. So this was a particular mall. they asked me, do I want to do a shift at a different store, start working at a different store for the holidays to pick up some of the slack with the heavy clients and stuff. So I go across town to this new store, and I'm working there all throughout the pre-Christmas season. I'm there. So one particular night, okay, I closed the store. My till is perfect. There's supposed to be $100 in the register when you end up, and everything's supposed to calculate from the receipts to the register on how you made. All my numbers perfect as usual, except for that one time where that thieving broad worked the register when I was gone, when I made a bank run. So I get a call from the assistant manager that got hired by my original manager. They were family members, right? I got a call from her, and she's like, no, the original manager called me and was like, the security said that they saw the second person that was hired with the assistant manager. The security said, ask her why she was in the store, because the mall was shut down. So, and it was an outdoor mall, so you could walk into the mall but not into the store. So he caught her walking into the mall, coming out of the store. And so this was relayed to me before the missing money was even brought up. So I don't know if it was later that night, or it had to have been the next morning, or later. It was later that morning, right? The next day, because they had to come into the salon the next day to see that the till was short, right? So I get a call from the assistant manager, and she was like, your till was short $100. We're gonna have to let you go for this. And I'm like, why? When your cousin, the security guard said he saw your cousin in there after hours, and she claimed that she was just checking up on stuff. Why? When the store is shut down and it's the mall's obligation to have security watch the store, why are you in there after hours, dumb bitch? Fucking thieving bitch. So she was like, oh, well, it's on your till, and you know, we don't know nothing about that. You're fired, basically. So I'm like, what? What? So I didn't get fired immediately or whatever, man, but I had came back a couple days after that, and they was like, yeah, we letting you go, we just decided this. And you know, it was basically a bunch of family members. They just squared me out and kind of like set me up, y'all, because you know, that's how it went. Like, I got fired for it. I was kind of like done with their bullshit anyway, and I was really working to, you know, keep busy while my kids were at daycare or wherever. You know, I really didn't need the job. My husband was taking care of me, my late husband. But there were certain things I like to do. I like to maintain my independence a little bit, and I enjoy doing hair. And the thought of being surrounded by a bunch of beauty supply products was so awesome to me. I was like, yes, this is my setup right here. So I ended up getting fired, y'all. But I went from there to partially like owning a salon with my friend Mimi that we met working at that place. She had left before me to get her salon set up, and she wanted me to come to work with her, but I was just getting my ducks in a row. You know, I wasn't just going to be gone. So I had to make sure it was a smooth transition, that everything was set up where she was, and that she was going to be able to afford my salary, that working at her salon or whatever with her. And I helped her acquire a lot of supplies and stuff, and because when you working at a salon / salon stylist products, beauty supply store, an official one. You get full-size stylist samples of everything. And I was one of the only stylists, so all of the samples went to me. And these are full-size of Redken, Paul Mitchell, Joico. If you know, you know. But so I was helping her like acquire all the stylist samples so that we can have them in our salon and, you know, have salon quality products. And we did that for months. So while I was putting up with their bullshit, I was collecting the stylist samples and discounting, using my discount to get certain things. And, you know, it was, it worked out in the end because I enjoyed working with my friend Mimi at that salon that we worked at. But that's my story time on how I got fired because the manager's cousin stole out of my till. And all three of them were thieving because she had stole out my register before then. I just didn't want to believe it because she's the fucking manager. Like, what? And then you hire your hoodlum family members to come in and do the same thing, and I got blamed for it. Like, come on now. Like, to steal out of a register that you're signed into, that you're the only one working off of, come on now. And she sent me to the bank just so she can do that, because she's the manager. She would normally have to do that. Like, the only time I would make a bank run is at the end of my shift. You are obligated to make the day's earnings deposit into the bank, and then you go home. So it's like, to steal out of your own till is stupid because it can be traced back to you. So I would never do that. That's dumb. So that's what happened, guys. I'm sure the universe paid it forward to them. You know, F them. Like, nothing good ever comes to people like that. And I probably dwelled on it a little bit back then, but when it all was said and done, like, I could care less. I didn't really need that job. You know, I didn't. I just enjoyed being in the hairstylist environment, in the salon environment. And I had major discounts on salon products, full-size stylist stuff. So it was sweet, yo. But anyway, that's the end of my story time. I'm going to come up with like a juicy story time that I want to tell y'all. I got some that I could tell y'all, but I just don't want to speak certain people up or certain energies up. It's just like, y'all understand when stuff is bad, like, to bring it up and just to kind of resurface it, it's like, it's rough, especially when there's others involved. It's like, you got to consider their feelings and whether they're going to be crazy about it or not, and bring themselves back into their life when they toxic. But anyway, so we're going to call this the time I got fired because my manager's cousin stole. All right, y'all. Be safe out here in these streets, motherfuckers. I hope y'all enjoyed my story times. Catch y'all on the next one. Holla.
Take a load off on my private.